Hey everybody, it's time for The Plot Hole with your hosts, Johnny O and Jeremy Flair.
Are you gay?
Coming at you live.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Every Friday night at 8.
Every Friday night at 8.
On rockmetaltalk.com.
I went with jockeys here.
Something stinks like stale French fries.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
I killed your cat, you druggy bitch.
Do it.
All right. We're back.
We're back.
I hope everybody can hear Fight the Flat Earth. I know I can.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right. Somebody here in a minute is going to tell me whether or not they can hear us. I'm sure they will. Yeah, so here we go. We are now live again. Hopefully we're better now.
Technology, huh?
Technology. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to make sure everybody in live chat can hear us okay. If you're listening, you're on www.rockmetaltalk.com. I'm Johnny O. This is The Plot Hole. You can catch us every Friday night at 8, usually, 8 to 11. Sweet. JL Warren says we sound good so far, which is awesome. That's a step in the right direction. Now,
that's what we need.
If you want to support the show, you can do so by going to patreon.com/theplothole1. That's the plot hole number 1, not ONE, as JL Warren would finish the quote if you were here. You can also go to theplothole.com to get your official Plot Hole merchandise. You can also just give me money if you want to. Everything you do will go to the show, help pay for the bills, and all that fun stuff. So, now that I've got all that shit taken care of, oh yeah, live tweet us, whatever that fucking Twitter shit is, at the Plot Hole 1, I think is what it is. Follow us on Instagram. And then, yeah, the YouTube channel. You can now actually just go to YouTube and put in the Plot Hole, and you'll see our goofy cartoon faces. All right. Let me introduce well, I don't want to call you the elephant in the room. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. With me, we have Craig from Fight the Flat Earth. Everybody say hello to Craig from Fight the Flat Earth. All right, good. Now that everybody said hello. So we had a debate scheduled.
Yeah.
It was going to be a good one until the other party, I set this up a couple of weeks ago. I even asked him, hey, what's your schedule like? This, that, and the other. Gave him the whole spiel, and he said, 2 weeks, we'll do it. I said, awesome. Who am I going to be debating? I said, you can be debating Craig from Fight the Flat Earth, YouTube channel Fight the Flat Earth. And this was weeks ago. And he waits until 30 minutes before the debate to send me some bullshit ass excuse why he can't do it. I sent it to you. I sent it to you in the Discord, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out. I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit. You know what? Fuck this. He says, sorry, I've been betting a lot of money in a pool march the last 3 days and lost quite a bit. Like, I don't give a shit. That's not my concern. It's not my problem. Been extremely stressed also. I just reviewed this YouTube channel and realized this is the same guy that was on the thread. Side note, Craig and I kind of baited this guy a little bit. Well, I don't even know if we baited him. He jumped into a conversation that we were having about COVID-19 or anti-vaccine or some shit. It was something of that nature. One of those conspiracy ramblings. Anyway, so he jumps in to this thread, and his first post was, "I'll bet anybody $10,000, this, that, and the other." To which I immediately said, "I'll take that bet right now. Let's go. I'll do it. I'll get you people on here that can completely destroy the parameters of your bet." And then throughout the course of this, after he realized what was going on, then he's all, "Well, no, I'm not going to do it now. No, I shouldn't have made that bet." I was like, "Yeah, I know. You fucking wrote a check that your ass couldn't cash." And so I'll still do the debate, but I'm not going to do the wager, because he was trying to attack my character or my ability to be able to moderate. To which people whom are on his side of the fence said, no. Johnny can moderate, because if there's anybody who can be 100% out of a debate and make sure that people stay on topic, stay on target, that's your guy. So people on his own side were like, no, we'll vouch for Johnny. He's good. Even after then, he was like, "Okay, cool. I just won't do I'll do the debate, but I won't do the money. I won't do the money." I'm like, come on. So then, Paul says he's got someone who'll debate us right now. Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh, indeed.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Anyway, so after all this, he sends me and he says, I want to debate with another medical professional because it's likely I will bring up a lot of terminology and topics that he, meaning Craig, is not aware of, waste my time and lead to more stress, which is easily predictable given the kind of attitude he, Craig, displays on his videos. Obviously a pure victim of confirmation bias and displays a poor understanding of biology in general. I don't recall you doing a whole lot of biology on your videos.
I don't think I've ever done a video on biology. The video I'm editing at the moment has a little bit of biology in because it's talking about COVID-19 and debates over what a virus actually is.
Right. You saw that same video. I'm sure it's the exact same video that I've been contemplating just pointing and laughing at, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. Anyways, he says, I don't want to debate with any Tom, Dick, and Harry as there's nothing in it for me. I wanted the debate to be worth my time. Talk about egotistical maniac. I have nothing to gain debating him. I want a bigger fish, and that was the original agreement that you all would find one. I hate debating about this because it takes several hours going over dozens of studies in explicit detail, and I hate conflict in general. Well, if you hate conflict in general, why the fuck did you put your stupid bullshit bet out?
Yeah, it says he hates conflict. Literally comes into the thread going, I bet $10,000 that I'm smarter than all of you.
Exactly. Come on, man. It's hard on my body, but for personal reasons, I'm willing to put myself through it. Are you fucking wait a minute. This motherfucker wants to talk about victim, obviously a pure victim of confirmation bias, pure victim, and then he's this motherfucker. I'm willing to put myself through with an MD, a DO, or a PhD level scientist in the medical field specifically. Shouldn't be hard for y'all to find. If not, I guess it won't happen. I apologize. Also, if you find one, let me know the premise of the debate, what exactly we are trying to show evidence for, so we can narrow down the literature and save a lot of time. And then he sends a follow-up. I'd also consider an NP or PA, especially if a doctoral level NP. That should greatly increase your chances. And all sources need to have no conflict of interest, obviously, so studies funded by the WHO, CDC, Gates Foundation, anyone who holds vaccine patents is off the table for scientific merit since they can make billions per year off said products. Independent research is the gold standard. So he's already setting up parameters that are going to be impossible to meet. It is impossible to meet these standards.
Wow, talk about confirmation bias.
Yes, exactly. You're going to sit there and say that all the evidence that you have, we're not going to look at all the evidence because it's all whatever. It's all tainted. Get the fuck out of here.
Who makes billions from vaccines anyway? They fucking make pennies on the actual vaccines.
Right. So the companies that make the money off of vaccines are pharma, like big pharma companies. They're the ones that buy the medicine, yes. But these people think that because, let's say Bill Gates has for sake of argument, we're going to say that Bill Gates owns all of the vaccine patents. That doesn't work the way that these people think it works. It's not, because I own this patent, I make billions and billions of dollars. No, you might make a portion. I think Dr. Fauci made like $45,000 off of a patent that he holds, and he turned around and donated that $45,000 to charity because he says he has no business making money off of a vaccine.
Yeah.
But that guy's back. He's a bad guy.
To me, it just sounds like he realized that he got in too deep and he needed an excuse to back out.
Yeah, of course he does.
I'm not a medical professional, and I've never stated or claimed that I am.
Neither is this guy, by the way.
But I'm somebody that is very thorough in research. It's literally my job on the internet is to be able to research and give correct information. So I'm going to be just as knowledgeable as he is.
Exactly. I mean, it's just, my goodness. JL, you've got music, voices by influence. There should be a new whatchamacallit. You might be listening to the old one. I hope there's a new one. We should. I mean, let me make sure that I press the right buttons. Yeah, right buttons are pressed. Who's this? Here we go. Online, right. Let's see here. Yeah, hang on. Let me see if I can.
I hear an English fellow. Yes, that's me. I'm the English fellow. Hello.
That's correct. All right. Hang on. I'm trying to get this done. All right, hang on a second. We're going to set this up really quick because it looks like a buddy of mine has come through. Yep, garbled. God damn it, JL. Don't tell me that.
Oh, right. It sounds fine to me.
Yep. JL, you're listening to the wrong one. Go back to rockmetaltalk.com and find the updated one. You got the old one. Yeah,
it's called The Plot Hole Live Stuff Happens.
Yeah, The Plot Hole Live Stuff Happens. That one's running good. All right, let me get this. All right. I'm going to get the Creaky Blinder here one of these days.
Oh, yeah, he's an absolute amazing content creator. Like one of the funniest people on the internet as well. But you might need to do a little bit earlier to get him on because he's an old man and he needs to sleep.
Well, we're old men too.
Yeah, I know.
Let me see here. Pretty much the same has to be the connection. JL, everybody else says it sounds fine. You're killing me, Smalls. Something with the mic setup. My goodness.
I think it's only you that's hearing the problem, JL.
Yeah, because everybody else is telling me it's good.
Man. So did you say that somebody else might be coming in?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. So send out the links to join the old Fago.
I wonder if he knows Russell Brand. Russell Brand is from the same area that I grew up in, actually, in Bristol.
Really?
Yeah.
Russell Brand is a wee bit older than we are. Just a wee bit. Day or two.
A little bit.
Just a day or two. JL Warren is killing me. You got me all worried about this now. Let me.
I think it's just him that's having the issue. So, how much of the debate with that flat earther did you catch?
I checked. I got most of it. I had to go in the background as I was getting everything set up, and I thought I had it all worked out correctly and ran tests, and it worked fine on my end. But
live never goes right.
Yeah.
I have issues with my stream all the time. Mainly, my internet here is powered by hamsters. And we regularly get the out of cheese error. So,
but hamsters don't like cheese; they like nuts.
True.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not cheese; it's nuts. We do need to get your situation figured out too. Because what is it? Every like fourth or fifth live stream. It's whenever you bring somebody in.
Yeah. I've got an issue with my computer. One of the RAM chips is not working correctly, and it sometimes just returns the wrong numbers when it's trying to do sums and goes to like safe mode and turns off.
What you're telling me is that one of your RAM sticks is a flat earther?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you still
what I think the issue is that I've forced so much stupid into this computer by like cutting up flat earth videos and stuff that it literally damaged part of the RAM stick. It could not cope with all of that stupid constantly going through.
So you have successfully converted one of your sticks of RAM to flat earth.
Yeah, I need to turn it back now.
All right, so I'm just waiting on confirmation from this new player.
Who is this new player? What did you want to debate?
Let's see here. She, I believe. Johnny, it's easy to say it's Keith's fault. Yep, Keith. And Keith is supposed to be here. He called me, but I don't know where he's at. He's killing me. My fill-in co-host. Let's see. What is her name? All right, we'll go that route. Mama Tega says it sounds good to her, and that's...
Good.
Yep. All right.
Like I said, I'm looking forward to coming on. We've tried a couple of times, and things keep going wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that time with Dawn is just... Did you ever get... You got that stuff, right?
I managed to, once I reset on my computer and everything, it allowed me to download it and install it. So I should be able to use Skype through vMix next time.
Yeah, all you got to do is just make that setting switch in Skype to allow NDI, and then, yeah. Boom, boom. It took me forever. Mm. So her name is Sunny. So we're just waiting on Sunny. Yep.
Debated a flat earther called Sunny a few times as a guy.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. He was actually very pleasant.
Yeah, I still don't know if he's a Poe or not, because
I don't think he's a Poe. I think he's oppressed. I think it's like a familiar type thing, like his parents or something or whatever, are just like beating him
possibly
down with it. Yeah. See, I don't think he's a Poe so much as he doesn't sound like he wants to believe in the flat Earth, though.
No, but he does engage in the casual denialism of, yeah, but even though there's all this evidence, it could be a lie. Prove to me that it's not a lie. And what I've found I've been doing this for about 18 months now, and I'd say 70% of flat earthers oppose.
Oh, they have to be.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's me just hoping that humanity isn't that stupid. But honestly, when I actually go back and listen to conversations with them, there's so many that are like, no, there's no way this guy is sincere. You get the few like Nathan Thompson, JM Truth, Sleeping Warrior that are genuinely thick. But so many of them, I don't know if it's attention or what, but...
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand I just don't understand. Speaking of dumbasses, did you see what that fucktard said to me whenever I playfully invited him to this debate?
No, I find it very hard to keep an eye on the chat. Fair enough.
He says, yeah, I'll do it $200 an hour though. Like, bitch, please.
Who was that? The guy I was debating?
Nathan Thompson.
Oh, Nathan Thompson. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Yeah. Nathan, no one wants you around, let alone paying for you to be around.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I am debating Nathan. Again, me and team are actually tag teaming against him and G-Man in an evolution debate.
Why? Why does he think he knows anything about evolution?
Oh, because he's got an ego.
He doesn't.
That's about it, really. He can't be wrong. He's not allowed to be wrong. It doesn't fit into his being.
No, I do like it. I do like that he found a pet project with JM Truth.
Yeah. You know what's hilarious about JM Truth though is JM Truth is a pathological liar, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everything he says is a lie about his qualifications, his experience, and everything.
Oh yeah.
But because when Nathan met him, JM gave him the whole spiel about him being a physicist and a doctor in this and blah, blah, blah. Nathan was like, oh, great, a flat earther with qualifications, and instantly started pushing out JM Truth as the flat earth scientist, right? But it didn't take long before even other flat earthers were like, this is not a good person to have speaking for us. Like, even other flat earthers think he's thick.
I mean... Do we have anyone that's really qualified to have that conversation on the flat earth side?
No, but I quite often get comments that are, you just keep bringing stupid people on. Why don't you bring on a smart flat earther? There's no such thing, guys. Yeah. Seriously.
It's like,
I couldn't find a smart flat earther if I fucking tried.
Okay. So I don't want to paint all flat earthers as being stupid.
They are. You can. It's fine. They are.
Well, to stay somewhat objective, I've got a buddy of mine who is, to say he doesn't say he doesn't like the dichotomy, right? He doesn't like, well, you can be one or the other. So he like bucks that whole system, but he believes the earth is flat. He also believes, okay, so that video that, what's his name? That Creaky Blinder put out where it was, satire on satire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I had to take a minute and look at it is because my buddy has everything that Lilith put out. I've heard all of that, every bit of it, and not in a satirical way, in a serious way. And I'm thinking, my goodness, is this person for real? And at first I was taken aback, like, holy shit. And then I did a little, diving into what that channel is about, and Lilith and the other one. It's like, okay, cool. This is satire. So we're good.
Yeah. Some of that has to be satire.
Yeah. But my pal, he's got a big heart. And he's not coming at it from a place of malice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But he's just so objectively wrong about so many different things. And go ahead.
It's incredible that they can be so objectively wrong and be shown straight up evidence that there's no way that what they're saying can even be remotely right. Yet they still will then go to the next conversation and push that same thing that they're saying as being a fact, even though they just had a conversation where it is, fundamentally demonstrated that what they are saying is incorrect. It doesn't sink in that they're wrong.
A lot of that has to go with ego.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Okay, so conspiracy theories are fun. And I get it. It's fun. It's fun to talk about. Ooh, they, them.
Oh yeah.
Big this, big brother, big that. It's fun. And some of them have turned out to be correct, factually correct. But that's the problem. You get one that is factually correct, and then all of a sudden, because of one, then 50.
Yeah. But flat Earth is something special because to be a flat earther, you have to believe that everyone is lying to you.
Right.
I mean, if the Earth is flat, then you are being lied to by so many people. And that means that every conspiracy can be true.
Right.
Because they can't ever take the official word for anything because everyone is always lying to you.
Yeah, and the problem with that is that when you shotgun it like that, now you lessened the importance of like real conspiracy, real cover-up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you have a real cover-up that's happening, but because you have been out there, because you're the guy that's all, lizard people and flat earth and all that, this, that, blah, 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 then that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. I gotta, while I'm trying to get this sunbun in here, tell us about what you got coming up. Give us some of your, hey, wait, there we go. Sunbun you in. I see you here, but I do not hear you. Well,
we heard you there.
I heard something.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't know if it was connecting.
Yep, you are here. Hello. Welcome to the plot hole.
Hello.
So I've got Craig from Fight the Flat Earth in the room.
Hello.
Yeah. Let's introduce ourselves, and we're going to keep this as informative as possible. I am not going to pretend to be James from Modern Day Debate and call everybody crybaby, but I'm going to do the best that I can to stay in the middle. I will challenge anybody who puts out information that they can't substantiate or corroborate. Just know that if I ask you a question, it's from a place to gather information, not necessarily accusation, none of that.
Oh, okay.
So, Sunbun,
so
if you want to...
Quoting from Ancient Aliens, not okay, I take it then?
Quoting from Ancient Aliens is not inherently bad.
Wait, that's my main research source.
Oh, okay, good. So we're on the same side there, because I was worried a little bit.
All right. So let's kind of... Well, yeah, let's do this. Sunbun, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us what kind of... conspiratorial ideas you get behind.
I guess I would probably kind of, that's speculative, I guess. Like, I mean, what really is, I can't say, I can tell you what I don't get behind. I don't get behind, shit. I don't know. I say prove me wrong. I guess I don't know that I ever really get behind conspiracy theories. I just kind of like prove me wrong. I guess.
Okay. So what's your main point of contention with? Let's say, okay, let's start with this one. What do you believe the shape of the Earth to be?
It's actually not quite a sphere. It's a oblong sphere because
oblate spheroid
are a little close to each other.
Okay.
There's a 46-mile difference between the polar diameter and the equatorial diameter.
Okay, cool.
So it's not actually. It's like a football
more of an oblate. Yeah. Oh, okay, all right. So we'll go with roundish. We'll go with that one here. So that's where are you would be more into the anti-government type stuff. Would you say that's a fair assumption?
Less government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if I said that COVID-19 is not a conspiratorial hoax, where are you on that spectrum?
I mean, no, I wouldn't say. Actually, I don't know that it's a hoax. A hoax insinuates that there is, that there's something false behind it. There's nothing particularly false behind it, so to speak. It's just a platform that I feel was easy for said government to get up behind this platform and start pushing the boundaries of what they can and cannot do. Okay. I think it was a perfect example to start implicating a social experiment where they started arming the pardon, and I really don't mean to be offensive when I say this, but I believe it's where they were able to start experimenting with arming the ignorant and the arrogant with a way of, instead of they call it social distancing, and I call it social bullying personally.
Okay.
When you have people who have absolutely no background knowledge or comprehension of epidemiology or immunology, or hell, they couldn't even tell you the first thing about the immune system or anything of that nature, or, these are the same people who actually believe that people with BSNs and MDs and the old outdated doctrine degrees are out there in their scrubs, telling people to stay the F at home. It's like, come on. That's not. No.
So do you disagree that social distancing is needed to help?
To help. I mean, really. I mean, kind of when it boils down to what it boils down to is, as it does with a lot of things in medicine, is. I mean, does social distancing help us from not getting sick? Sure. But at what point in time do you allow a government body to tell you you have to do something? You have to socially distance yourself from not getting sick. I got news for you. People get sick all the time. Like, that's just the fact of life.
People get sick all the time, but at least in modern times, there hasn't been a pandemic that spread across the world and has the virulency of SARS-CoV-2. The transmission methods are well understood. So social distancing is one of the best ways to combat the virus spreading more. It's basic maths. If there's more people in contact with each other, there's more vectors for that virus to get to new people. Social distancing has been demonstrated to have worked. In Britain, especially, we've totally flattened the curve, and that only happened once social distancing was in place.
Well, that could be said about probably most viruses, and not a lot of other virus families included rhinovirus and norovirus, all these different families of viruses. You could theoretically implicate social distancing, and it could stop the spread of the viruses.
Yeah, but the reason why we needed to do it with the novel coronavirus is that our bodies have never come into contact with a virus with that genome before. So there is nothing.
You mean this particular strain of, because the coronavirus is not, it's, I mean, this is a fairly
I'm talking about this
virus.
particular strain. I'm talking about SARS-CoV-2.
So we're talking about COVID-19, just to be transparent. COVID-19 specifically.
Yeah. So our bodies have never developed the antibodies that could defend against that. So there is no way that we were able to fight off the infection. The reason why we don't need to social distance for things like the flu and the common cold is because the majority of us have antibodies already that can fight those kind of things, but we didn't have any defenses against COVID-19. So
actually, see here, that's not necessarily correct, because you have the innate, which is your first line of defense, and then you have and it's slipping my mind right now, the second part of the immune system, which is the part of the immune system that learns. Now, that part of this, what you're speaking on is what you're actually, the first, your innate, which is your phagocytes, those particular, that's like the cavalry.
Basically they attack any foreign invaders. Right. It's carpet bombing, right? Whereas the secondary is like targeted missiles, and that's what we didn't have. And that's the targeting
part is the part that learns. That's the part of the immune system that learns. It has to come into, and I mean, so on average, you have about 30 billion cell membranes on your T cells and your killer cells that are able to identify. But until they come into contact with it, and here's the thing, so we could go back and forth about how, the immune system responds to it. But really, I think what we're missing is the bigger picture here. And the bigger picture is, for instance, I'm speaking on personal experience. I got laid off from my job. I got laid off from my job
because of COVID-19.
Yes. And I wasn't able to get another one.
That does suck, and I'm sorry that's happened to you. This is why it's like kind of like it's kind of a matter of opinion, because when I lost my job, I applied for unemployment, which, by the way, I'm 35, never wanted to do it, had to do it. I wasn't really happy about that. I understand completely.
But I didn't receive my unemployment. We're backed up. Our system is inept. It's not prepared for it. And I ran out of food. I ran out of money, and I ran out of food. And I literally went days without it before I reached out to, my best friend.
Well, I want to make sure, you still there?
You seem to have cut out there, Sunbun.
Yeah, Sunbun, we lost you.
Check.
Hey, the Grover's back.
Hey.
All right. Sunbun, you there?
One of those situations.
There it goes. I'm sorry. You cut out there for a minute, so if you want to back up just a few seconds and kind of hate to ask you to repeat yourself, but if you could repeat yourself because you cut out, so we didn't hear anything after you reached out to one of your friends. By the way, as a concerned citizen, I really hope that you got all that taken care of.
Totally.
So, the struggle is real, and we understand.
Yeah.
The struggle is real, motherfucking real.
So I was very fortunate. My best friend was, I had someone, who cares and was able to help me. And so I think now what we're facing here is we're facing a situation where something obviously does need to be done about it. But we have a lot of people who are, I heard somebody callously the other day when they were making a comment about us. A woman was like, "Hey, I just want to be able to feed my kids." And he goes, "Well, go look at starving kids. Your kids will be okay." And I'm like, "Come on, buddy. When was the last time you went a day without food? Would you ask a child to do that?" I mean, it's we're caught up in a it's not even an issue of science or anything of that nature. It's a more a subject of when do you say, okay, when do you say that somebody else has the right to say, well, you can't go to work? Well, I mean, where are the lines being crossed? You know, I personally don't trust Bill Gates. And everybody kind of says, well, you know, like he's not a doctor, blah, blah, blah. Like that guy is a freaking billionaire. Like he's probably
that actually gives away about 98% of his wealth.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and I don't.
If I can just comment on the whole, like, when do we say enough is enough? When can you say I can't go out to work? We all understand that this has been a financial burden on a lot of people. Right, it has affected people's lives, but the thing about social distancing is it's not to stop the virus like ever being a thing. It's to stop things becoming overwhelmed. Right, if we didn't social distance and we just allowed everyone to go to their normal jobs that weren't essential and stuff, then the spread of the virus could be too fast, and then the health systems that we have wouldn't be able to cope. The idea of social distancing is to stop that overwhelming happening. Now, I know the American health system is an absolute shambles. We've got the NHS, which can be hazardous sometimes, but you know it's a national health system, and the social distancing has allowed the NHS to cope with the influx of the patients from the coronavirus. And, you know, a momentary financial burden that could even mean you going hungry for a few days and stuff is still better than dying because you couldn't get the correct healthcare because it was too overwhelmed. And I don't mean that to sound callous. I've got children myself. The thought of them going without breaks my heart. But a slight hiccup now means that things in the future could be better.
Yeah, what you're saying is you're being preemptive.
Yeah. I don't know if the Sunbun's still there.
Sunbun, you still there?
That was Grover.
Yeah, we know that was Grover. That was the Grover.
Sorry.
I just want to make sure that we're not losing Sunbun, because I feel like she has really important things she wants to say, and I want to hear. We want to make sure we provide that platform. So,
and I do understand where she's coming from and the worries behind it, and it can seem scary. Absolutely, it's unprecedented in generations that this kind of thing is happening. But you know. We just have to go with it and do our best to stop the virus overwhelming things. After this has happened, there's going to be immune cells around. There's going to be vaccines that can be developed, and it won't be so bad next time. But this is the first time we've encountered this particular virus, so we don't have the ways to defend it we do with other things.
Well said.
I'm not a doctor, and I've never claimed to be. But
I'm not a doctor either. But
I'm a concerned person. I think if anything, this has probably made a lot of people learn a lot more about medicine and viruses and stuff.
I think we lost Sunbun there. There, she's back.
She back?
Hello.
There you are.
Hello. Hey. There we go.
Hi.
Hey.
All right, good to have you back. That's what. Yeah. So I don't know what's going. I don't know if it's your connection, my connection, or what's going on, but
it's me. I've got Spectrum.
Oh, yep. It's definitely you then.
Yeah.
Bastards. Anyway, what I was saying is, I want to make sure that
definitely Spectrum.
Right. I want to make sure that we give you the opportunity to speak your mind. Because, like I said, I feel like you have some very informative and interesting things on your mind. I think you have some really, really good points that you're making, specifically coming from this sucks. How are we supposed to pay our bills, etc.
And if I can punch in, sorry, is the forward section. Her dialogue has been like really stimulating and like on point.
Yeah, I don't mind a conversation like this.
Absolutely. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody who's involved in this conversation, everybody's in the chat, everybody who's in whatever, we all understand. And we can all relate to how difficult this is. And
sorry, guys. I don't mean to cut in, but it's fucking kick-ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's really... I think that this has kind of shown the inept of our, we'll say, leadership across the world, really. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave Sunbun and FTFE to the conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me just 1 second, okay? I've got to tap out for just 1 second.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
All right. Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
So a guy walks into a bar, right?
Okay. Jesus Christ. Am I going to have to mute you already?
Please don't. You do this every time.
No, I do not.
Who's my friend across the pond there?
Hello, I am FTFE from Fight the Flat Earth.
FTFE, I am Damien Grober from Fort Worth, Texas.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you, man.
Yes, I argue with flat earthers for a living.
So I have a joke. Are you ready?
Oh no!
I was born ready, motherfucker.
Okay, let's fucking get it.
Let's do it.
All right. So a blind man walks into a bar and runs into a table, and then a chair, and then some people.
God damn it, Keith.
He laughed. Johnny, he laughed.
He did. Yep. It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a really good one. All right. So is he across the pond?
Yeah, I live in the UK.
Okay. All right. Here's another one. You ready?
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck.
You can't even do it. You can't even do it.
I already cracked myself up.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
My man. Just give me some. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. Here we go. What do mermaids wash their fins with?
Oh my god. I don't know.
Any other guesses, John?
Moist mayonnaise.
Tide.
God damn it.
Get out.
Jeez. All right, so JL Warren's got one for us. It says, my dad passed in 2004, and this was the last joke he ever told me. Once there was this little senile old man who lived in a nursing home.
Why is that funny, not funny?
Once there was a little senile old man who lived in a nursing home, and on occasion, being a little bit senile, he would let himself, quote, hang out. I think we know what that means. One day, while the little senile old man was letting himself hang out, he encountered a little senile old lady who politely asked him if she could hold it. Being a gentleman, he courteously replied, you may. So the little senile old lady held the little senile old man, and they spent the better part of the day this way, she holding him. And this continued on for some time until one day, little senile old lady found that little senile old man and another little senile old lady holding him. Well, this just wouldn't do. But being a woman of class, the little senile old lady waited until the other little senile old woman left, and then she swiftly approached the little senile old man and exclaimed, what's going on? You used to let me hold on to you, and now you let her hold you. I don't understand. What does she have that I don't? And the little senile old man politely replied, Parkinson's.